By violence in the Middle East and brought to Akron for medical attention are on their way back home tonight for a long journey, but a much-deserved one. Mansour Abu Sneineh and his sister Sabah were wounded a year ago when Israeli soldiers lobbed an anti-tank grenade into their home. Mansour lost both legs below the knee, and he lost a hand. His sister sustained deep shrapnel wounds. Both came here in May with freelance journalist Steve Sosby of Kent. A team of doctors at the Crystal Clinic and technicians from Yanke Bionics have brought them back to health with some high medical technology. And Jim Cambrick has followed their story since their arrival last spring, and Jim is here with us now. Jim?
Well, the final piece was put into place today. Mansour was custom fitted, his final fitting for 2 new legs and a brand new hand. And his sister has recovered from her bone extension and graft operations. And tonight, both are heading back home to the West Bank, back to their families. While both required extensive surgery, it was Mansour who became the recipient of the latest in artificial limb technology. His new hand senses movement from his arm and can exert a handshake 7 times stronger than anything you or I can muster.
Oh, geez.
His new legs are computer designed, and the materials they're made of make sure Mansour gets off on the right foot.
Basically, the rubber only kicks it up 4 or 5 inches. If we take this one and hit the floor, you see how it stores energy, and it's literally like a spring.
The new system lets Mansour leap and run, but he'd rather be doing it on the streets of his hometown. After 7 months in the U.S., Mansour and his sister are impatient to get back home, a process Mansour says has taken way too long, and he jokingly blames his adopted brother, Steve, for the delay.
It's Monday, we go home. And when Monday comes, say Sunday. When Sunday comes, Tuesday. Tuesday come Friday.
So if you would have walked in August and in September, like Mr. Yankee said, you could have left by October, Mazboot. So I'm not lazy. It's my fault? Okay.
What are you really looking forward to doing when you get back home?
First, we see my friends. I want to see my friends and my mother. I want to go to school.
I mean, it's just incredible the amount of work the Crystal Clinic and Mark Yankee and Dr. Alexander did, all the operations, the months of treatment. I mean, you know, that's a lot of time and money, and that's more than I ever expected. And
the world that Mansour and Sabah are returning to will be anything but peaceful. Israeli troops still patrol the streets, and there's no guarantee they won't end up back in the hospital. But all that's on their minds now are thoughts of home, family, and peace for the future. Mark, they leave tonight for Washington to visit friends, and then it's on to New York, and then on to Amman, Jordan, where they have to wait for 3 days before they can get permission to cross over into the sometimes violent West Bank area. So they have a long journey still ahead of them, but they should be back home by Sunday.
Okay, thank you, Jim. And Akron certainly did its part to help.